and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Hello, Lucie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
We're in mourning, aren't we?
It's a sad day.
It's a sad week, if anything. If I could correct you, if I could dare to correct you, would that not be more appropriate of a term?
I guess it is a sad week, too.
It's a sad everything. I am wearing this David Bowie shirt in honor of the death of the Royal Queen of England, best known perhaps as the subject of the song God Save the Queen by the Sex Pistols. A great band.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they're all alive. All the ones that matter, at least. Sid Vicious. I believe Johnny Rotten once said after the fact that Sid Vicious was nothing but a coat hanger for Glenn Matlock to hang his coat on.
Ooh. Saucy.
Yeah. But that was because they were doing a reunion tour, and Glenn Matlock was back, the original bassist. The Queen of England has died.
Yeah. She was a towering figure.
She was kind of smallish, though, right? She wasn't a very...
In the mind of the world, in the global mind,
in the hive mind. She was a divisive figure. She was was she a pinup model when she was younger? Am I thinking of the right person?
No, her sister was.
Was she Amelia Earhart? She was the original before she became queen. She was Amelia Earhart, right?
No, I don't believe so. I think she was just a member of the royal family.
Oh, I thought she changed her name, but she was Amelia Earhart. No.
Was Amelia Earhart the one who went missing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a good point.
Or was that the Lindbergh baby?
No, you're right. But I thought she went missing, but everyone was like, oh, it's like, I thought it was like kind of tongue in cheek, like, what happened to Amelia Earhart? But it was like, she's the queen. I thought it was kind of like a catchphrase.
Right.
Like, Amelia Earhart went missing. Like, every time the queen becomes a queen, or a king becomes a king. You know? What happened? What happened to Prince Charles? Nobody knows. But I guess she would be, if that was true, she would be Princess Amelia Earhart, wouldn't she?
Yes.
Then she wasn't.
No, she was not.
So apparently she wasn't Amelia Earhart or a stripper.
No, her sister was, according to the scandalous show The Crown.
Right.
Her sister posed in some kind of provocative picture that wasn't really provocative.
Man, I would love to get intimate with her.
Yeah.
You know, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be saucy? Just have a nice evening of intimacy with the sister of the queen. Back in the day.
You think you could seduce her?
I think I could. Yeah, I think so. I mean, she was played by Helena Bonham Carter in the Crown, right?
She was.
Yeah, I would just be like, hey, you know, I think he's kind of a putz.
Who?
What's his name? Tim Burton. Don't like him. I think he sucks. His Batman was crap. Hope he dies. And she would be mine. She would be goo in my arms. I'd be goo somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking of the Queen, the Queen has passed. We should we'll put on a little slideshow of the Queen. This is interesting. What I found. I was gonna play this over here. Look at this morphing. It's like a Michael Jackson.
God, this is disgusting.
Yeah, it's supposed to be music, but I didn't want to get like copyright restricted or something from the music. But
honestly, she kind of looks like a slob in a lot of these pictures.
She's not great.
And I'm not even blaming her. It's just like, can't the royal family get a better like photographer who doesn't make their princess/queen look like a plain Jane?
I mean, what do you want her to do? Put on some some BJ lipstick. You know?
So yeah, that one she was like,
she looks crazy in all these pictures. No, I don't know. Look, if you told me that I had to have an evening with her to stop a nuclear war, I would get some. You know, I try to ask if I could have some enhancement, some male enhancement. Yeah, and maybe. I mean, now it's getting better. Now she looks like a nice woman.
Yeah,
look at her.
She settles in around age 80.
Yeah, I mean, her prime was 85. This lady. Oh, welcome to the show. Are you sad? Where were you when you found out?
I was I was in transit on the subway.
Interesting.
Which is, I think, kind of symbolic because now
you on the underground.
I was on the underground.
Yes.
Yeah. And a notification came up on my phone.
Yeah, and said, "Pay us or we'll fucking maim you. Pay us or we'll maim you." And then as you were kind of like trying to collect your thoughts about getting maimed, you saw, the Queen's also dead.
Yes.
Pay us or we'll maim you. Yeah, nothing else to say about the Queen.
I mean, look, I think I did.
I was on the toilet, and I felt like I just wanted to. I'll just die in this toilet. That's how I felt. I'll just die here. I'll let myself crawl into a ball on the toilet floor, on the bathroom floor, and I'll just decompose like a little rat, like a rat covered in his own feces.
You were that deeply affected by her
for a
passing.
moment, momentarily.
I don't know why I don't look. It's maybe it's
because you're jealous. Women don't support women. That's why.
No, it's not.
Women hate other women.
Feminism
is the biggest scam. Women hate other women. They don't support them. Even if you're the queen, you have to deal with jealous women.
Look, I like to think I have a lot of respect for the queen, but it's distant respect. I'm not British, so I don't know what this is supposed to mean to me.
We're still a British colony.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. We're still owned by Britain. I don't believe the American Revolution happened.
Oh wow!
I think that was all a big scam.
That is a hot take.
That's my history take. I think the American Revolution is a story that we tell, and it's kind of like when a company divests itself of a division, technically, but they still get to avoid scandal or whatever,
right?
But they still get the proceeds.
So kind of like what happened? Isn't that kind of what happened with Canada?
Is it
that they just kind of they still have the queen on their money or whatever?
Yeah, exactly. We're playing a little more close to the vest. So we're owned by the queen. We're now the King Charles.
All right. Well, then I'm very sad.
The King of Wales.
Yeah.
Is he the King of Wales? There's no Prince of Wales, so was he the King of Wales?
Well, now he's the king of everything now.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but what the hell's a Prince of Wales? Don't you remember in The Crown how he went over to Wales and had to learn their stupid language? Sorry, Welsh. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's a great language you get to learn. This guy's a monarch.
I've never seen a place that should have independence less than Wales.
This guy was at Eton and Exeter and Cambridge and probably also the other one, Oxford. And he's like, "Oh, can you learn our dumb language? Can you learn Welsh?" Who's the most famous Welsh person ever? Raquel Welsh? We got him. I'm gonna Google most famous Welsh people. Let's see. Roald Dahl.
Well, he's pretty famous.
Not that famous. To be the most famous? No. Welcome to Wales, home of Roald Dahl. That's not exactly, as opposed to England, the seat of, one of the seats of European civilization for over 1,000 years, right? They've conquered God knows how many countries. The British Navy, the sun never set in the British Empire. I mean, they say British, but they didn't know what they mean. And Wales, home of the guy who wrote James and the Giant Peach. Well done. Well done, King of Wales. It's a sad day. We have, should we play her obituary, I guess?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see what this lady was all about.
Britain's Queen Elizabeth II, crowned at Westminster Abbey on June the 2nd, 1953.
Oh, yeah, it was a big deal. She was the first one to get televised. Wait. What am I looking at? What the hell? Hold on. Why is there one like this
first time the public
And there's one like this. There's like a really nice like color. Like it looks surprisingly good, right? Like coronation.
Sure.
And then like it cuts to a different angle and it's all black and white and like ash. Like it was shot in a cigarette box, like those box cameras that kids make at camp with like mirrors. It's like one of a pinhole camera or whatever. It's like that, but made out of a cigarette box that was full of tar and ash. The hell is this?
Elizabeth had allowed live television cameras in to capture it in a powerful signal that this was a new
Attention whore.
Oh, okay. So
The
these are
cameras
live
on.
television cameras, but the other ones are film cameras, probably.
It's kind of an attention whore move.
You think so?
Yeah.
So this the truth,
I've got to be. I've got to be the
the
first.
truth is coming out.
I've got to be the first person who gets filmed.
Yeah.
getting-
No, so the fangs are coming out. I like this. I like the fact that Elizabeth, because I suspected it, and I said so a few minutes ago, and you denied it. But obviously, women are just vicious people who go after other women.
That's not true. I like the sister a lot.
The sister?
Yeah, I think maybe she's right there. I think she's
Is that
right
her?
there.
Let's see.
and
Is that a giant turkey next to her? It looks like a giant turkey. What is going on there?
relevant monarchy. Elizabeth Alexandra Mary, known as Lilibet to friends, was born on April the 21st, 1926.
That's the Lilibet's what they named that kid.
Lily Beth.
Lilibet. No, it's like a bug. Lilibet.
Lilibet.
Lilibet, like a bug.
That's a nice name.
It's a bug name.
It's kind of just a name for when you're a baby, though.
It's the name you'd have if you were like the star of an animated feature about a ladybug.
Yeah.
Lilibet.
Yeah, like it's a cute thing for a baby to be named, but once she's like 20.
Yeah, but that was Queen Elizabeth's nickname.
Oh, her nickname when she
Yeah,
was a
but
kid.
that was
Lilibet.
what they named Meghan Markle and Opie named their second kid, Lilibet.
Yeah, that's a little presumptuous of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know, because if I had said Harry did it, you'd be like, oh, that's great. But because Meghan Markle did it, you're against women.
I blame Harry more.
It was only a decade later that she knew she was truly destined to lead an empire. It was a fluke of history, a work of scandal.
A few hours ago, I discharged my
Oh, this is the Nazi guy, the Nazi king,
Oh, right.
the
yeah.
Nazi king of England.
duty as king and emperor.
Her uncle, Edward, abdicated to marry the love of his life, Wallis Simpson, an American divorcee and therefore spoiler to the throne. Elizabeth's father became king.
Wait, but why?
They actually kind of glossed over the whole him helping the Nazis thing.
No, they
but-
didn't. But here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, if you watch The Crown, it's like he's devastatingly Nazi.
Right.
But apparently he had to abdicate the throne, but Charles was able to marry Camilla.
Did he actually marry her? I thought they were just like friends officially.
You can't just be friends with someone. That's not what? She's sitting next to him at the coronation.
Yeah, but like
That's my buddy. No, I don't think so. I mean, Camilla Parker Bowles. Let's see, Camilla Parker Bowles. I'm pretty sure they got married. Let's see. Spouse, King Charles III. You don't know.
spouse can mean a lot of things.
What does it mean to you?
It could mean I've seen like 13-year-old pop stars Wikipedias where it says their spouse is some other 13-year-old pop star.
Right, because we have child marriages in this country.
She was the accidental heir, which entrenched in her a sense of duty. She was devout, almost spiritual about her responsibilities as a royal.
Wait, they made it seem like he advocates if she got the job. That's not what happened.
Right.
Her dad got the job. Did they make it seem like we're just not listening?
I don't know.
Even before she was
This-
the accidental spoiler to the throne. Elizabeth's father became king. She was the accidental heir, which entrenched in her a sense of duty. She was devout, almost spiritual about her responsibilities as a royal, even before being crowned.
I declare before you all.
Didn't she want to make her sister the king or queen? The Crown should do they should do an episode of The Crown, like a special live episode of The Crown, where they get the actors to do like a live episode, and it's just like And it's just a lot of stuff about when she'd like, I think she'll die here. And like, you know, as I'm thinking about it, there's no point.
Yeah.
But my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and to the service of our great imperial family.
And keeping black babies out of my lineage, right? That was her with her husband, with that Charles.
I forget who it was who like took all the disabled royals and put them in a home and then declared them legally dead.
I think it was Anthony Eaton, right?
Yeah. But she didn't like reverse that. She
No.
wasn't like, hey, disabled family members, come on back.
People, because it was famously in recent royal memory, according to enemies of the show, by the way. Enemies of the show, Meghan Markle and Harry.
Yes.
I mean, I'm against the whole royal family, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this show is taking a stance against the royal family,
It has.
right? But no one more than Meghan and Harry. That being said, I believe the current king is rumored to be the one who said, "So is it black, the baby? Is the baby black?" And they're like, "What are you doing?" Hey, Chuck.
Oh, he's the one they accused of doing that?
I mean, this week's what I read that he was the one supposedly who did it. So is the baby going to be a black baby or is it going to be a white baby? And like, wait, come on. Aren't you going to be the king in like a year? Stop this.
I mean, what is the counter argument against? Look, I don't like Meghan Markle, but like,
Right.
what is the counter argument against her claim that they're racist? Like, is it like,
Well, look, I don't.
why are people so like averse to the idea that like this super tight knit, very white family like has?
I don't think they look. I don't think. Yeah. Well, I don't think that anyone's saying they're not racist, or at least I'm not saying that. I think
sequestered.
I think people's issue with Meghan tends to be that she was mean to her staff. That she's a bad actress.
Yeah,
She was in one episode of Fringe and we didn't like it.
that's true.
That she's just basically, yeah. I mean, honestly, that's not even that crazy of a question for an old man, is it? Is that really that crazy? So is the baby gonna be black?
Look, it's not a crazy question for like an old man who's been sequestered from the general public
He has.
for his entire life.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In a state of extreme wealth and
Yeah.
like
They're not
segregation,
They're not
really.
that wealthy.
Like-
I think they have a bunch of stuff, but they don't just get to buy new stuff.
well, extreme luxury then. Like he's not, you know.
I mean, they have, yeah. They're not. I mean, but I think they're like they don't get to just buy whatever they want anymore. Remember, didn't they put them in austerity or something?
Oh, did they?
They still have like a bunch of castles and stuff to do,
right.
and like, but they work a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, like, oh, I work harder than them. Like they show up so something. It's a pain. When you have a bunch of money, you're like, hey, show up to this children's cancer hospital and don't spit on the cancer babies. That's work.
Yeah.
That takes effort. Not to be like, oh God, oh dear God, oh what's wrong with him? Oh, Mother of Mary. To not say any of that. I mean, that's harder than I've ever worked in my life. Because I refuse to not say that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, it's a weird. I get like the implications. I get why it's racist, but it's also like it's just some old guy who's just like, so the baby gonna be? Like, maybe he says more menacingly. So is it gonna be black?
Yeah.
And then it's like, I guess that could sound worse, right? But like, it's just a question by itself. I feel like it's not like that big a deal.
I mean, look, it's an insane question.
So what race is the baby gonna be?
Just from the perspective of somebody who's like, you would think is, why would he think that they would know that?
Well, that's a fair point. That's a fair question. But I'm just saying, if you're a Prince of England, right, or Prince of Britain, Great Britain, and then United Kingdom, right? You're Prince of the UK.
Yeah.
Anything bigger than that? No, UK.
yeah.
It's UK, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have to like, you're thinking about this. You go, this might be the first black person in the royal family. That's crazy. Hey, Meghan, come over here. Meghan, come over here.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Bobby over here. This big guy Bobby. We're trying to figure out, is your baby going to be the first black member of the royal family? And then she would say, well, I am.
Yeah.
But
right.
you go, oh, right. Well, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, What would happen if this was if the other one tried to do this? The other boy who became the heir. Would they stop it?
If the other boy, if William.
If William tried to marry Meghan Markle.
Oh yeah, I don't think he'd be like. I think they'd probably come down much harder on him.
But what if their entire family dies in a freak accident? Then so there's still a chance.
Like the entire royal family.
That's the premise. Well, first of all, the entire core, like, William and Kate and their kids. Then doesn't Harry become king? After, heir?
That's true. I mean, like, you would think.
So it's not the craziest thing for Charles to ask Meghan. The king is the now king supposedly asked, like, hey, this gonna be a nice thing. This would be good for our brand. And so I don't know. I don't know that it's like the most crazy racist statement ever.
Look, it's not. I could maybe see him asking it like semi-innocently, like. Yeah. So
while he's just grabbing her grabbing it like the stomach.
Yeah.
Just trying to, you feel him just trying to like choke the life out of it. So tell me.
Just twisting her pregnant stomach.
Yeah. So tell me, what race is this baby going to be?
Ow, please let go of my stomach.
Oh, sorry, love.
But yeah, like I feel like the semi-innocent version of that question is like, well, Harry's obviously, very white and you're fairly light skinned, so is the baby going to be black? Like I could see it, and that's still pretty bad, honestly.
What's interesting about this is that like if Harry and Meghan somehow became the heirs, it's really more about Harry because isn't Harry not really Charles's kid? He's
right, yeah,
he's that colonel's kid or whatever, the Air Force colonel or whatever he was.
Yeah,
or
the rumors. That's the rumor.
The Diana baller. Balling Diana with his friggin' Royal Air Force hat or whatever.
And he was like a conspicuously redheaded man, right?
Yes,
that's why.
Imagine having letting redheads in your military. That's crazy. Has there ever been a prominent redhead in the American military? I don't know. I mean, Thomas Jefferson was a redhead, but I can't think of any other redhead in American besides Ron Howard.
Yeah.
It goes Thomas Jefferson, Ron Howard, and then like Clay Aiken. Was he red?
Clay Aiken is redheaded, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really don't let them rise the ranks.
No, I mean, much. Jefferson's the most prominent one.
Yeah.
That seems high, but that was like 300 years ago almost. Yeah.
Maybe the prejudice started with him because apparently he was kind of like weird and autistic, and a lot of the other founders didn't like his vibe.
Besides like raping his slaves all the time?
Yeah, besides that.
Okay. There's something weird about Thomas. I mean, the fact that he rapes
they like.
You think the fact that he rapes his slaves? No, that's whatever. I mean, who cares? No, it's just he's kind of like sullen. He's kind of like he's just not that gregarious. Again, you have anything to do with the slave? Just stop bringing that up. What's wrong with you? We're having a nice time here. You're bringing this up. I don't know. The guy's just kind of like, like when we talk about women we bang, he doesn't really have great stories. It's because most of the time he's spending with his slaves, raping them. No, that's not what I'm saying. Stop it. God, you make everything about that. You got me. That's your everything, huh? That doesn't define him as a person. Just he does it every night. And that was Madison.
Yeah, right.
Madison, shut up. Who am I right now?
You're Aaron Burr.
I'm Aaron Burr. Shut up, Madison. It's crazy. Do you want to watch some of this? Where's this? When they proclaim him the king, which we what? Is this
I feel like they should have given it a week. I know that they've got to get to it soon.
I thought it was because the funeral's not happening for like 10 days.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
They can't wait. They can't have the funeral first.
Well, they need a monarch. I mean, who else is gonna not curse at cancer kids? Let's see. Who's that lady, by the way? Is that right?
See, I'm defending her now.
So they're playing trumpets like a little bunch of idiots.
This is garish.
These
These are classless people.
Why are none of these guys black? That seems conspicuous to me. I mean, there's a couple black people in the royal family now. You can't get one black trumpeter. What is this guy? This looks like the Wizard of Oz. What are they doing? With Scots guards. Why are they all dressed like
Kingsguard?
Kingsguard.
Those are some. What kinds of guns are they holding? I thought they held more traditional guns.
They have M16s.
Yeah.
Oh, they do have assault rifles. You're right. Well, they're actual military people. You're right. I kind of thought they had older rifles, but it's kind of weird. They're just carrying like they have what are those things they call them, like hell triggers or whatever. Was it a bullpen trigger? A bullet? No, seriously. What am I talking about? The thing after the last shooting in Parkland or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I forget. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. They have like grenade launchers.
They should all just have Glocks.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's not that crazy.
Yeah.
Glock is like a big cop weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just. They should each just have a belt full of guns.
I mean, you're supposed to be defending the king, or the queen, right? The royal family. Why would you have like grenades? Like, everyone should look like Rambo.
It would be great. I would love to see
Posh Rambo.
Obviously, I don't want to see like any royal family members attacked or anything.
Yeah.
But I would like to see just like a mock rehearsal of what it would look like. Like if somebody came and started attacking this,
Right.
like what would these guys be doing? Like,
I would like to see that. I would like to see them just kind of like, just like using a woman's human shield. They grab one of the servants, start using him as a human shield. Every man for himself, boys. Grab the booty, but like pirate booty, not like the woman's asses. Yeah, that's how I imagine it. I mean, no one's like protecting the royal family. They treat them like dirt, probably. None of these people have ever been spoken to by the royal family.
You don't think so?
No.
Not even just like a little bit of like, hey.
No. I think they treat them like dirt. Like a dirt box. Like a box of dirt. What's going on?
Detachment of the King's Guard alongside the band of the Coldstream Guards.
The trumpets. What do you say about the trumpets? Why is that guy whispering about trumpets?
Cavalry.
Let's try to skip ahead here.
Significant.
What are they,
Skip
wizards?
something bigger, because this is like... How do we get to the fucking...
Royal Communications, circa 1400.
Trying to find something like real happening here.
And members of the House of Commons.
Is that like some... It's the guy from like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
That the Prince Charles Philip Arthur George is now, by the death of our late sovereign of happy memory, become our only lawful and rightful liege lord, Charles III. By the grace of God.
Look at me, this is Prince Andrew was the king. Through a mechanism of dirty dealings and backhanded schemes, Prince Andrew.
God of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of his other realms and territories, King, head of the Commonwealth, defender of the faith, to whom we do acknowledge
Who's saying
full
steady?
faith and
Steady.
obedience with humble affection, beseeching God, by whom kings and queens do reign, to bless his majesty.
This is garbage.
Yeah.
What am I watching? Watch something better than this. We'll just watch King Charles addressing the nation.
I speak to you today with feelings of profound sorrow. Throughout her life, Her Majesty the Queen, my beloved mother, was an inspiration, an example to me and to all my family.
You know what I would have said in this case?
What?
My mother, the Queen, who wiped turds out of my ass. Just cleaned it. Just like dumped. I would dump and she would wipe. She's dead, and I'm the king now. So who's wiping who now? Mommy? Mommy? Hello, mommy. Bop, bop, bop. This is me like because this is like a big fancy thing, right?
Right, yeah.
I'm just going bop, bop, bum, 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 bum. Imagine doing that in that moment. Just like, what would happen if he's like?
They can't cut away. It's your address.
So you be the person behind the camera.
All right.
My mother, the queen, who I liked very much, is gone, and I'm the king now. Bum bum bum, a bum 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 bum. Who are you to speak during my proclamation?
I was just wondering.
Yeah, why is there a woman behind the camera?
We're live. We're just King Charles. Oh man, imagine if he just did that.
Yeah, imagine.
Like, what do you do?
I mean,
he can't. They can't just make someone else king if he starts doing that.
I
right?
mean, is there like what if the king is mentally incapacitated? What if king is crazy?
What if he's not mentally incapacitated and he just chooses to do that?
That's a great point. What if can king be removed from power? Can king of England be removed?
I mean, I don't think that him doing that is necessarily worse than collaborating with the Nazis, but
yeah, that's a good point. What would happen if the royal family, if Britain abolished the monarchy? I'm sure they'd be murdered in the streets, by the way. But no, but it's a good point. Like that would kind of, they'd be like, well, we have been talking about doing this for a while. Maybe we should just do this. But it's kind of like the way like Harrison Ford doesn't like giving interviews, and so he's always like, I don't know who Han Solo is. This is my impression of Han. Like, ask me a question, Harrison Ford.
So what was it like working with a young Shia LaBeouf on
Who?
The new Indiana Jones film?
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do. You did a whole movie with him.
Oh, that kid.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf.
He's fine.
Okay.
Good actor.
All right. You've had a very storied career. What were some of your favorite movies to perform in?
I don't understand the question.
I think you do. I think you're a smart guy.
I've never seen my own movies.
I really doubt that's true.
It's true. Yeah.
Look, I get that a lot of actors don't like doing these press junket things.
He's the only one. This is not like common. He's like the only asshole who does that. But yeah. So what was I saying?
We should replace King Charles with Harrison Ford.
Yes.
Okay.
And we owe her the most heartfelt debt any family could owe to their mother.
Meghan Markle. Oh, her. Yeah. He's got a dumb picture of her next to. Look at that.
Yeah, no.
It looks so dumb. Why is she like a blue with a? Is that from her Jubilee or something?
Yeah.
Her Diamond Jubilee. Let's see. Queen at Diamond Jubilee. Queen at Diamond. Is that her? Yeah, I think that. Oh, it is her. Yeah. So that's her. Their Diamond Jubilee. Why didn't they have her like with a royal portrait?
Yeah, good. Yeah, yeah. No, that's a great question. This is just a random picture of her.
Yeah, like a nice picture, sure. At her Diamond Jubilee, she would have wanted that.
Maybe King Charles. Look, I think he knows that his reign is going to be kind of overshadowed by her reign.
You think so?
Yeah, like so. It's like it's maybe they wanted the royal picture next to him, but he was just like that. It draws too much of a contrast.
Right.
You can have her in like this ugly blue suit that she was photographed.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's like, why don't you go ask Meghan more about the race of her child, you fucking weird king. You weird creep of a king.
Creep king.
Racist king.
For her love, affection, guidance, understanding, and example. Queen Elizabeth was a life well lived, a promise with destiny kept, and she is mourned most deeply in her passing. That promise of lifelong service I renew to you all.
Whatever.
He's a bore.
This is the crowning now. This is him addressing the crowning, I guess.
It is my most sorrowful duty to announce to you the death of my beloved mother, the Queen.
This is getting the same thing.
I know how deeply you, the entire nation,
This is horse.
Put
the crown on him.
Selfless service.
Do they not do that anymore?
My mother's
I don't know.
reign and
See, there's Camilla. There's Camilla Parker Bowles there. See, that's her, and that's their weird like 40-ish son. He looks like he's 75. How are you like close? I mean, that guy should be like, you know, that guy looks like he runs the bank of Citibank, but like not like, I mean, like Chase, like New York. What's that bank in New York? Chase, New York, not Chase Manhattan. Anyway. Chemical Bank. That's what I'm thinking of.
Chemical Bank.
You remember Chemical Bank?
No.
It's great. It was a bank that was around back in the 80s.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sounds punk.
Yeah. This is Chemical Bank. This is St. James. What the hell is St. James's Palace? Why are there so many palaces? Why don't they do this at Buckingham? If Buckingham doesn't have all this stuff there, why is Buckingham the palace?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where is St. James's Palace? Google that.
I mean, maybe it's just, is St. James's Palace just the place where they keep the chair?
Been the setting for some of the most important events in royal history, having been the residence of kings and queens of England. So I think it's like it was in London. I think Buckingham Palace is like a bit out of London. I'm not sure how far out of London. And then so this is where like they were like, we need to be able to have it let Andrew do his thing outside the public eye. So we're gonna move to Buckingham Palace. You know, I think canonically, I mean, it might have happened before that, but I mean, there was a big impetus probably. I don't think Andrew was the first one to be like, "Ooh, he's young."
Right.
You know, that wasn't the first time it happened to a British monarch.
Of sovereignty, which have now passed to me. In taking up these responsibilities, I shall strive to follow the inspiring example I have been set in upholding constitutional government and to seek the peace.
God, everything about this sucks so much.
Yeah, no, this is excruciating.
Imagine if this was William, stupid bald William right now.
Oh, God.
Be so much better though, right?
Yeah.
Hello. My wife died years ago. Duh. That'd be the whole speech.
Wait, did William's wife die years ago?
No, that's Charles.
Oh.
Diana.
Oh.
Famous Diana.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Anyway.
Famous Diana.
Here's some more pictures of Elizabeth. By the
I
way.
just want to see him when he sits down and they put the crown on him.
I don't think they do anymore. Let's see.
That's the one thing that's kind of cool is just seeing him sit in the chair.
That's a good point. When does the chair
throne,
happen?
The throne, I mean.
Maybe this is different than the coronation. He's proclaimed king, but maybe he's not like. There's a proclamation, maybe. So I don't think his coronation's happening yet.
You want to watch him sit, and then there's two finely dressed men carrying a crown towards him.
Yeah.
And he's standing there like, give me the crown, and then they put it on his head. It's a nice moment.
Oh wow! You think he's like saying that? Give me the crown. Give me the crown. Give it. Just do it. By the way, what race is my grandson? Has anyone tell me what race my grandson is? Has anyone tell me? Is Archie like? Who cares? But like, is Archie like kind of black?
I don't know.
It doesn't weird. Actually, no one's ever seen these kids, have they? Archie.
I don't think they've. Has anyone seen him?
I don't know. I think they keep it secret as the screw with Charles.
Oh man, maybe it's the kind of thing. Maybe maybe Charles.
They're
is
dead.
Maybe Charles is completely innocent here.
Yeah.
Maybe Meghan Markle was never pregnant. And the reason why the royals hate her so much is because they're just like, yeah, it's just this delusional woman who kept telling us she was pregnant and she clearly wasn't. And
one day he was like, "So what race is the gravy gonna be?" Was it a joke? Like, He's actually a really fun guy, apparently.
Yeah.
He's like a British Letterman.
Yeah, he's like, I'll play along.
That's what race is that baby gonna be? Oh, hope it's not something that will cause a problem. You know, it's a good point.
And in carrying out the heavy task that has been laid upon me, and to which I now dedicate what remains to me of my life, I pray for the guidance and help.
Did you say
I'm already super old.
I mean, you'll get 20 years if your mother's any indication, right? He's like 75.
Yeah.
What remains of my life. I mean, what are you supposed to do anyway these days? I mean, like all the stuff.
I think there's a little resentment in that line.
Oh, yeah. Hey, let's watch that, you know.
Of my life, and to which I now dedicate what remains to me of my life.
What remains to me of my life, which has been wrenched from my body
by my mother.
Mommy, why didn't you die? Remember, you get your "I'm a Wine Princess Bitch" T-shirts. Just follow the link in the description.
Elizabeth would have worn one.
Elizabeth, honor the memory of Princess Elizabeth. Wait, Queen?
A princess and then Queen Elizabeth.
Princess, the princess and future queen, and past queen, by buying "I'm a Wine Princess Bitch" T-shirt or a Kump with a gun hand T-shirt. Or anything else in the store. It's on the links in the description. She
used a gun. She was photographed using a gun once.
Yeah, very similar things. Just give them money and buy it.
I pray for the guidance and help of Almighty God.
All right, I think you just made it weird.
Nah.
Bringing God into it. So there's other stuff happening, right? There's it's not all coronations and Mummy was great.
Yeah.
Here's an article we found. Why didn't it go full screen? Why isn't it going full screen? I program all these. Help me.
Let's just
make it half. Why doesn't it go full screen?
Let's just make it full screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Neil McKay says
the tidal wave of hate towards the Queen made me ashamed to be a human being.
Who's Neil McKay?
No one knows. What magazine is this?
Do we have evidence that Neil McKay is a human being?
That's a good point. He seems the Herald. I don't know. I guess he's a person. What's this idiot saying? September 9th. Neil McKay on Twitter. How many followers do you have on Twitter? Wait. Yeah, Neil McKay. You read some of this. I'm going to look him up on Twitter.
The torrent of hate and cruelty across the world on social media in response to the death of the Queen was astonishing in its ferocity and callousness. It speaks to something deeply damaged, ruined within the souls of so many of our fellow men and women.
He only has 25,000 followers.
He only has 25,000 followers. What a loser.
Yeah. The torrent of hate and cruelty across the world on social media in response to the death of the Queen was astonishing in its ferocity and callousness. It speaks of something deeply damaged, ruined within the souls of so many of our fellow men and women. I felt ashamed yesterday, not just as an anti-monarchist. Why would you feel any shame as an anti-monarchist?
Yeah,
but as a member of a species, the human race, which has among it those who hold such hatred in their breasts. Wow, this is all women to them, huh? Who hold such hatred in their breast. Anyone who cannot extend empathy to a fellow human being at the moment of their death has some terrible shadow on their soul. Wow, you're an anti-monarchist?
Yeah, really.
This guy really is just like... As an anti-monarchist, I've never had animosity towards Queen Elizabeth. It's the institution of monarchy I had a problem. It kind of sounds like the way racists talk.
Yeah.
I got no problem with the woman. All right, it's the position. You know, I don't hate Obama because he's black. It's because he's the drone strikes, which he did do.
I feel like this guy is some kind of like I don't know what state the anti-monarchist movement is in England right now, but this guy has got to be some kind of poison pill, like where it's just like, as an anti-monarchist, I actually think the monarchy is wonderful. And Queen Elizabeth was stunning and beautiful.
You think Neil McKay is a rat?
I think Neil McKay is a little rat.
Yeah. What's his angle?
I don't know. He's just like, yeah.
Is he a spy for the for MI6? This is what James Bond would really do. Like James Bond's always like flying around the world and like I don't know, like using poison darts or whatever. But really, he would just be like typing for the Herald about how the monarchy's actually pretty good, even if you hate. I don't even like the monarchy, but Queen Elizabeth, you know, she's all right. That's the real work of 007. The viciousness, the inhumanity towards the Queen as she was dying didn't just hold on. Didn't just, what am I reading here? I lost my place. Towards the Queen, she was dying. Didn't just come from these islands. Far from it. The tidal wave of mockery and sick delight swept the world. It cut across all demographics of race, gender, and age. I mean, is that really your point here?
Yeah, I mean, also, I feel like you're kind of making the opposite of your point. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think
Everyone loves to hate the Queen.
Yeah, like, right. Like,
honestly, it's the most fun thing to do.
Yeah, of course it is.
Much focus is falling Dr. Uju. Is it Uju? Uju?
Ujanya?
Ujanya. A professor of America's... I'm about to get attacked by her, probably. A professor at America's Carnegie Mellon University in Pennsylvania. She wrote of the Queen, may her pain be excruciating, and said, I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. Which is like, you know, I mean...
Like, it's intense, but...
May her pain be excruciating is a little rough.
It's a little rough.
But the second part, I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying.
That's just a statement of fact.
I mean, I don't know what... Oh, she's finally dying. Yeah, Charles is going to turn things around, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, look, that is like the one unemotional criticism you can make of that. Like, it's just like... Yeah, but another thieving, raping guy is stepping in.
Now I'm in charge of the thieving and the raping. Hello.
That's the beauty of monarchy.
Hello.
The thieving and raping never stops.
I mean, this guy's supposedly like pretty racist. If you listen to Meghan Markle, right? Not officially, but you know, he asked me if my fake baby was black.
And according to Meghan Markle, she had nothing but fond memories of Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, no.
And they shared a blanket or some shit.
Oh right, they should. She like. I feel like Elizabeth was like 94 at the time probably, and like 93, whatever. And like Meghan probably like oh hello hey what do you think she called her Queen? Oh hello Queen.
Hello.
And she like struts over and like gets under the blanket with her.
Yeah.
And she like kind of like wants to push away, but she's like too old.
Yeah.
Like I mean, she could have, but it would have been a whole production.
Yeah.
So she like let her be like the blanket's pretty big.
Yeah.
So we're under the blanket, but it was like a 3-person couch, and they're each on like either side of the couch.
Right.
But Megan's got a little bit of the blanket over her foot. We're sharing a blanket. And like Harry comes in, he's like, "Me and your grandma are sharing a blanket." And she doesn't hate me. She doesn't hate me.
Oh, that's wonderful, darling.
That's wonderful. My mother was murdered by the Mossad. She was having a panic attack. All because she was bawling Dodi Al Fayed. Anyway. So this is quite something to say. This guy's a not.
Yesterday, it chilled me as a human being. This guy's a tryhard.
He really is a tryhard.
Like,
he really is like the guy who got Jeremy Webb in a tizzy.
Yeah.
When he was like asked from Peep Show. I don't know people. If you don't watch Peep Show, watch Peep Show. It's on Hulu. It's one of the best British comedies. And then one guy, Robert Webb, right? Mm-hmm. We went after him, and he was like, because Robert Webb like showed some support for like, or like said like some trans children's group was like, yeah, something bad. Whatever.
He like retweeted something.
But they were interviewing about he was interviewing. He retweeted someone who said like this is bad.
He didn't say anything.
But like no one knows what we're talking about. But the point is, this guy like is interviewing him after the fact when they're promoting their new show, and he's like, "So you said this a couple years ago, and you got some hot water." And it's like, "I have 2 trans kids." I've adopted 2 trans kids, which is, he's like, I think what you said was bad. And it was just like, I feel like the same guy.
Yeah, no, in his mind, this is what's gonna. He thinks that he thinks that somehow like King Charles is gonna read this article.
Yeah.
And he's gonna like reach out to him and be like, why don't you maybe we'll have an audience for you at Buckingham Palace.
Right.
And then it's just like, well, and then I'll get him to really consider the views of anti-monarchy because he'll see that I'm the real representative of the anti-monarchist movement. This guy is
Mr. McKay, I'm writing to you in this difficult time. To express my gratitude for your display of humanity in your quiet protest of the monarchy, which I am now the head of. Please come to Buckingham Palace so I can suck you off and treat you like a box of sex toys, or treat your body like a box of empty sex toys. That's my prerogative as the king. With much love and lust, King Charles III. Thieving and raping.
thieving and raping.
There's another. So this person is Dr. It'll come up in this
Ujuanya.
So here's another article. Ujuanya, university rebukes professor whose tweet about dying queen drew response from Jeff Bezos. Which just it struck me as odd. It struck me as an odd.
The whole matchup is odd.
Yeah, why is it? This is very interesting. Kurt Schlosser wrote that. I don't know what his angle is. A professor whose tweet about Elizabeth II was called out by Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, amongst others, has been rebuked by the university where she works. Dr. Ujuanya, a professor in the Department of Modern Languages. What's that? What? That's nothing to do with the Queen. Why is she talking about this? She's not even a professor of Queens. At Carnegie Mellon University.
Queen expert Ujuanya
tweeted Thursday when news reports initially said the Queen was in grave condition. I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain. Oh, okay. Why did Neil McKay invert these things? Because apparently, then she said, "May her pain be excruciating." He actually made it seem better than it was. That's pretty rough.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
And I actually don't think it's equivalent, but when Leonard Cohen died, I randomly saw, I forget.
She was giving me head of an unmade bed. I love the Queen.
When Leonard Cohen died, I forget exactly why I saw it, but there was an article headline on Stormfront.
We were reading Stormfront?
Look, I don't regularly read Stormfront.
Isn't that a Nazi website?
Yes, it is. I don't make a point to read Stormfront.
Is that part of your tabs, your favorite tabs? Stormfront? What's going on?
I like to hear the other side of things. No, look, it was completely random. I forget how I came across this.
Okay.
I think someone showed it to me, honestly.
Your Nazi friend? Your weird racist friend?
But the Stormfront.
Hey, look at this. What's going on?
But Stormfront.
Who are you?
Stormfront had published an obituary for Leonard Cohen.
Really?
And the headline of the obituary was, "Weird Jew Leonard Cohen finally dead."
That's not right. That's racist.
It's very racist. It's very sincerely racist.
Yeah, it does remind me of this tweet, though. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. Interesting. Of all, there's a lot. You would think they would have used that already for Groucho Marx,
right? Yeah, you would think there would be other
Chico Marx, perhaps.
You would think there would be other weird Jews.
Even Harpo Marx.
Yeah.
Zappo Marx. There's a lot of weird. I was surprised it took him to Leonard Cohen dying and they used that line.
Yeah.
Interesting. Jeff Bezos apparently said, "This is someone supposedly working to make the world better." I don't think so. Wow. Well,
it's not a great clapback.
No, because her job is what? A professor in the Department of Modern Languages? I don't think anyone said that's hey, I want to make the world better. What are you gonna do? End nuclear war or feed the poor? I'm gonna become a professor in the Department of Modern Languages at Carnegie Mellon. So Jeff Bezos sucks. That's the point.
What what does a professor in modern languages do?
I don't know. Isn't what Chomsky does?
Does she speak a bunch of languages? Or is she like a linguist?
She's probably a linguist.
Yeah.
I imagine. Who knows? She shot back at the former Amazon CEO in his replies, writing, "May everyone you and your merciless greed have harmed in this world remember you as fondly as I remember my colonizers."
I gotta say, I kind of like this woman.
Yeah, I mean, she ain't pulling back.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, I mean, it is weird for like she's going after like colonizers. I'm not saying that Amazon has a colony per se, but I mean, there's few people who would get the kind of like Bond villain status as much as this day and age as Jeff Bezos.
Right, yeah.
Interesting. A statement, this is Carnegie Mellon. "We do not condone the offensive and objectionable messages posted by Uja Anya today on her personal social media account. Free expression is core to the mission of higher education." But that really refers to like using the N-word. But
Yeah.
we don't allow this, though. No, I'm kidding. It's the mission of higher education. However, the views she shared absolutely do not represent the values of this institution, nor the standards of discourse we seek to foster. Well, you know, I mean, don't you bear the name of like a guy who like put down like, you know, strikes by like gunfire?
Oh yeah, good point.
Didn't Andrew Carnegie like just like or his guy Frick, Bill Frick, whatever his name was?
Yeah.
His right hand man. Did they just like one of the Pinkertons just just annihilate a bunch of protesters? I'm not sure what Mellon did, but I'm sure Mellon wasn't great either. Which one was Mellon?
Oh,
again?
Mellon was even worse than Carnegie.
He was. I mean, who was Mellon? I forget.
J.G. Mellon?
Yeah. He was a finance guy, right? Didn't he finance like the World War I or something?
Yeah.
Whatever. No, but Uja Anya, that's a bridge too far. Very interesting days.
Yeah.
Was there anything else we wanted to show?
Wait, but she did have one more response.
Did she?
That I think maybe was subtly responding to Carnegie Mellon's response to her.
According to Anya's bio, she teaches and conducts research in critical applied linguistics. There's your answer. Critical sociolinguistics. Fake stuff, more fake stuff, critical race and discourse studies, whatever. What the hell is sociolinguistics? I'm sure it's something, but it's also not. She's from Nigeria, which was a British colony until 1960. If anyone expects me to express anything but disdain for the monarch who supervised the government that sponsored the genocide, that massacred and displaced half my family, and the consequences of which those alive today are still trying to overcome, you can keep wishing upon a star. Wow, that's a mouthful. If anyone today expects me to pull back my statement, which I wrote in a computer that I got from the Department of Linguistics at Carnegie Mellon, you can go scratch. If anyone expects me to pay for my lunch when I go to a banquet that's being held for other linguists, a conference I'm forced to go to to get credits for my professional whatever thing they call that, requirements, you can go buy a lunch. I'm not saying she's cheap. I just feel like that wasn't the implication.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be put the pasture because I inadvertently called a woman of color cheap for not wanting to buy her own lunch at some fictional conference.
No, that is keep wishing upon a star is a dainty way to end that tweet.
You can wish upon a star.
You can.
You know what? I mean, yippee-ki-yay, go wish upon a star. This should be the Die Hard line. Kurt Schlosser seems covers the geek life beat for GeekWire. The hell? A longtime journalist, photographer. That's a weird tweet. I mean, a weird qualification. Yeah, a longtime journalist. Oh, how long have you been doing this? Long time. Long time. I mean, I've been doing this forever. I mean, I was a scammer. Anyway, Princess Elizabeth dead at 96. Here's some more pig. We'll play 70s while we're wrapping up. Well, we will remember you. And I'm not doing the song. Don't do the Bette Midler song.
Beautiful princess.
We will remember you.
Became a queen.
Your son said something racist to your granddaughter by law.
Now you're dead and buried.
He'll be the king forever.
And some people are happy.
Look at you. Looking at your son.
Complicated
What is this?
woman.
Who shot these pictures? Epstein? What is this? What's going on? Why is she being like treated like some adult? Now she's wearing like a mink shawl. What is this? These pictures are all very troublesome to me. I don't like any of this. This one's just like this is just like a thing of like some school dance. That's her dumb sister playing in the dirt like a bunch of idiots.
Oh God, yeah.
That's her riding some dumb bicycle, some tandem bike. This queen, oh man, look. So I found out that the Queen of England, who rode some dumb tandem bike and played in the dirt with her dumb sister, is passing away soon. I hope it's excruciating. There she is holding a dog. These privileged kids.
Yeah.
Little rats. Oh, that's a cute picture of her with the dog. Playing with the dog, pretending that I'm not a Nazi. Who's that guy in the back? Hold on. Who's that guy in the back? Who is that creep?
I don't know.
Who is that ghoul in the back? Who's that behind? Is that the Queen Mum behind her? Am I him? One of those is the Queen Mum, I guess.
I think that's the Queen Mom on the
Who
right.
is it? Is that Anthony Eden? Is that the guy who's all mean in the crown? Excuse me, we cannot do that, Queen. That might be him. Was that even his name? Is that his name, Anthony Eaton? I'm not even sure. Anthony Eaton. We're going to wrap this up in a second. Anthony Eden. Oh, Eden. Okay. Is that him? That might be, right?
Maybe.
Without the mustache? I don't know. He always had a mustache.
Looking very cagey, though.
I mean, maybe he didn't have one when he was younger. Let's get to the bottom of this. This guy looks like he's like the guy from Lolita, Anthony Mason. Hello.
Sneaking around.
Hello. I would like to spend time with your daughter. Hello. I'm Anthony Mason.
The Queen Mom looks weird too. See, like the royal family's photographers just suck.
Yeah. Well, which one's the Queen Mom? The one on the left? It must be right.
The old one.
No, I think the one on the left is the Queen Mom.
What's the one on the right?
I don't know. It must be her
Queen,
mother.
Queen Grandmom?
Must be, yeah. Because that was the queen at the time, probably. Because it was the kid. So, yeah. I don't know. She looks like Phyllis Diller. Anyway, very weird people. So, look, we have a new king. Enjoy it. It ain't going to last forever. Well, it's true. That's not right. It's just, if today shows anything, it's just that, the king is dead, or the queen is dead. Long live King Charles III, the emperor of Indonesia, whatever.
Yeah. He's
it's all great fun.
he's the guy now.
All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like Kump and you want to check out more Kump, you can get an extra episode every week if you sign up for our Patreon. It's an episode every week for only $5 a month. I think it's a good deal. It's a better deal than you're gonna get from the stupid queen or king. Also, like and subscribe. Go buy stuff from buy a shirt, buy a rat, whatever. We don't have rats. Buy a shirt or a hat.
Yeah, we should actually make a "I'm a wine princess bitch" T-shirt that just has the queen's portrait.
Oh, yeah. We might be doing that. Check out soon for that. Okay, that's a great point. I mean, can we sell likenesses of the queen? Is that allowed? I think we just sell.
This is America. We could sell why wouldn't we be able to sell likenesses of someone else's queen?
What's a copyright issue?
Oh, well then maybe not.
Yeah, we have to look into that. We need a lawyer. Quick. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week or sooner if you get on the Patreon. Have a great week.